Welcome to Kyle Field in College Station, Texas. This is not your run-of-the-mill regular season game. Instead, it is a top 10 clash, one team hoping to make a giant statement. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Texas A&M Aggies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you walk into Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, it is so dynamic. From the traditions, the cheering, the crowd in unison. It is straight up and down of electric Aggie pride. This is one of the most unique places you can ever watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. Timeout signal for the Buckeyes. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we are ready to put toe to leather. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The run inside. It's Jackson. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. On the option. He'll toss it. Shakes off the defender. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that, too. They tackle him, and they get him on the ground.
The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. Oh, that's one that can mess with your confidence. That is horrible. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. Great place to start for this offense. Here's Reed to throw. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to be all game long.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Touchdown, Aggies! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying to impose their will with the run. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. Now here's Saying. It's complete to the right. Breaks into the open. The 40. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Buckeye! He got a step and just dusted the field.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. It didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls, and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't. But I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Reed. Stepping to the right. On the move, he fires. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
My old coach always used to say, don't turn a bad play into a catastrophe. He got flushed outside the pocket. Listen, it's okay. You can throw an incompletion. Don't create a turnover. Don't try to force it. At least the quarterback took care of the football.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Reed. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. Throwing Reed. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Reed to the air again. Unloads to the right. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Throwing St. Clair. It's complete on the right side. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Now facing 3rd and short from their own 17. From the gun on 3rd down. He took a hit as he couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in 4th down again. Great job there. Pass defense, 3rd down. This defense now starting to put it together.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking for space. It's Owens. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
On the move. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
Quarterback making checks. Reed. Here's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Reed. Right down the middle. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get behind the defense. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Jet sweep trying to turn the corner. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The give to the back. Got enough for the first. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. They want to run this quarterback. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks.
Might have a chance. He smashes his way through again. Touchdown, Buckeyes! He shed tackles like a snake getting rid of his skin.
You become a really good football coach when you got guys like that you can hand it to. Look at him, break tackles and shows you the speed to run away from the defense. Jesse, he is an absolute nightmare.
That's a great point, David. You don't have to scheme this guy up perfectly, which means you don't have to have everybody accounted for blocking, because he'll make them miss or he'll break tackles. And then you're right. Once you get into the open field, it's not just physical running, but how about the ability to hit the jets and take it the distance?
He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas A&M's offense takes the field ready to get this drive going. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Here's Reed to throw. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
And that is such a veteran play by that defender. In cover 0, he knows the quarterback's going to have to get rid of the football quickly, so he's getting ready to jump anything that's going to be underneath. He does just that. Great job with the speed. Nice job reeling it in for the INT.
And the ball is free on the pitch. And they fumbled the thing out of bounds, but they maintained possession, but it'll be right at the previous line of scrimmage.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you think the defense is dialed into this guy? Like, he's already had such a great start to the football game, and you know they're using him. Great job by this defense. Great adjustment. Great job being downhill, physical, fast right now, and getting him stopped.
Play fake, say it. Trying to make magic with his feet. Got it inside the 15. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just...
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Bring it out. It's Bussey. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge...
Snags it and he's open. Touchdown, Aggie. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
And it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they top it off by going up top, 81 yards on the touchdown pass. midway in the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll break free, and he might be gone. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. And with that last carry, into triple digits, over 100 yards for the day.
And he's showing you power. He's showing you speed. He's showing you make you miss. He really is showing you he's a complete back. And by the way, it's still the first half.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
It's complete to the left. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back.
Maybe a crease. The 20. He's at the touchdown. Buckeye. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off on the ground with a 58-yarder for 6. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bussey. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking for space, it's Owens. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. And the Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Reed. Going for it all. He's got it along the sideline. Lowers those pads. Hits the crease. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. Now the brain trust will go to work on both sidelines. Out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Handoff to the lone back. He breaks a tackle. Right down the gut of the field. The 40. At the 30. Past the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes! He scores for the 5th time in this game. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Texas A&M, 21.
He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. And he pops it up inside the 20. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. And the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
Got enough for the first. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles,
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Throwing, Reed. Makes the grab down the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Reed. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
The kick is on its way. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Looking for a gap. It's Jackson. Turning it on. Makes it past the marker. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
One play in this drive, and already out to the 41. It's first down. They want to run it left here. There's some room. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Second and short equals bow up, be physical, move a hole, get a gap, let my back fall forward. That back had nowhere to run, no push up front. Gotta be more physical, Jesse, on those second down and short situations.
So for that point, David, I think you got to stick with it if you're on offense. As a staff, challenge your guys to get some push up front. You've recruited this position really well. You need these guys to move some bodies because you've got a talented guy in the backfield that can hurt this defense if you just give him a crease.
Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. field goal and try to get points before the break. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he missed it. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. Just about set to get this second half underway. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
If I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting that your defense is going to make a play.
Thrust that arm out. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Reed. Quickly to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Great job by the defense not falling asleep on that play. Like, you're right there in that fringe area, this part of the field where offenses will get a little bit aggressive and try to throw the football because they kind of think the field's shrinking. It's harder to run. Nice job staying on it, staying disciplined, and executing by this defense.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And a lot of times in football, man, the short memory, we usually talk about the quarterback. But sometimes it's the running back who puts it on the deck. Sometimes it's your playmaker out wide who puts the ball on the deck.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And he tacked on the extra point. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Firing to the right, complete. Runs through a man, and he might have space. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? On the run, it's Jackson. Breaks the tackle. Hits him with a stiff arm. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. He is having a day, and think about this stat. Ezekiel Elliott has his name in the top 20 single-game rushing record list 5 times, more than any of the great Ohio State backs. Oh, we might have another entry coming here.
Oh, that's incredible to think about. And you think about some of his past runs that were so amazing. And when you got a guy that can do this and put up big numbers, he's having a day. This offense is having a day because of it. Keep it going, young fella.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Keep it on the ground. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. Give to the single back. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
There's a crease. And he's still running after the move. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Buckeye! He's in the house for the 6th time in this game.
David, I mean, you can take your hands away from your eyes. At this point, this thing is just defense optional. This is atrocious. Nobody wants to tackle in this game. Nobody wants to take an angle. It's another long touchdown. Great job by the running back. But when are these defenses going to show up?
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's hard to watch, man. Just, we got to get lined up, make sure you're in the right gap. You can't jump out of your gap. You can't guess. And these defenses, they're giving up big plays, and those are the ones that will kill you because it's points right away. And a lot of points in this football game, and these coordinators, they're not real happy.
They'll try the left side. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Back to the ground with the running back. At the 40, there he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
He's got his man across the middle. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Owens. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Here comes the heat. Did the work himself. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man there. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that.
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Rams him with the stiff arm. Ball down at the 18-yard line. A solid return after that interception.
And the defense hasn't made many plays today, but who can make those plays late? And this place got really, really quiet just now. They made the big play. They forced the INT, and now a chance to build on this lead and make this place even quieter.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Complete towards the sideline. He's tackled
as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. Now here's Tavian St. Clair working that wide receiver screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a second down play. Using his legs, it's Jackson. Got enough for the first. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
The Buckeyes have this offense rolling. He's got it on the right. Can't get him to the ground. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Here's Julian saying to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have... There he goes! And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Aggie!
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, the racing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. He's loose on the right. Past the 50. Inside the 30. 10. He is in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And Just like that, man. Tick for tack. You make a big play, put a touchdown on the board, they answer right back. One play response to say, we can do this too. Explosive fireworks going here in this football game.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
Number 96, set to kick it off.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bussey. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Here's Reed to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the fourth quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Looking for room. It's Edwards. Got enough for the first. Here's a little room there. The 20. Touchdown, Aggies. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. The Aggies get it right back.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again, and how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure. Breaks into the open. The 50. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. And he scores! Touchdown, Buckeyes! Into the end zone for the 7th time in this game. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that.
Number 96, set to kick off.
Coming out with it, it's Bussey. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
safely in on the crosser. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
And that's just a timing route. And if I'm a quarterback and they're going to sit back in zone, when I run those crossers, man, I just wait for that zone window to open up, anticipate it a little bit, chunk that thing, and let my receiver do the rest of the work.
From the gun on third down, it's Marcel Reed. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks, and it's first down. Texas A&M going up-tempo. Reed. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. It's first and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. Again, it's Reed. Trying to bowl his way in. Touchdown, Aggie. And they take it in for 6 more points. The Aggies get it right back.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that. I know that.
Got it, looking for a first. Still running at the 40. Got a lot of room to the right. At the 20. Touchdown, Buckeye! Once he got some room, it was over.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the point after is good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they put points up in electrifying fashion with an 82-yard toss for 6.
Number 26, set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On the run, it's Owens. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Makes it past the marker. Could be an alley. Past the 30. The 10. All the way. Touchdown, Texas A&M. The Aggies get it right back.
And This dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Say it. Swings it out to his running back. Now the Aggies will use their last timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a punt. Just needs a crack to get a return. And he's out of bounds. He will be short of the first down marker, and that's going to put a wrap on this one. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Throwing Reed. He wants a big play here late. Got him downfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Texas A&M going quickly. Back to pass, it's Reed. Right on the money. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
So here they come. One last chance, and they've got to have a touchdown. Looking to pass, and they don't have a lot of time to work with. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because